Good evening, all my little sissy fluffs out there. Caddie with you here tonight. Something a little bit floofy again. Because, well, you know, it's fun. Well, tonight is another game video night. But this time, instead of bringing the game disc or the cartridge or whatever, if possible, up to the view, whenever possible, I couldn't do that for Borderlands, I brought something different to the view. That is this bag. This bag right here, which is actually kind of heavy. Why this bag? What's the magic of this bag? I think White Wolf is the one that bought this off of the FurryCon. But it has a purpose. It originally was the bag you carried some art supplies in, but those got too bulky. Oh, this contains things. Oh, things. Oh, it's everywhere. Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, as soon as you get past the monitor line, the world disappears to these eyes. But, hold up so you can see him. There's a little wet dragon. Isn't he cute? Elephant dragon lady. Oh, it's going to be fun to focus on with all the light on the screen. But there he is. Let's see. Remember, half of these things has fenders. There's something growly looking. Oh, yeah. That's a cute little one there. That massively full bag. And some of those little examples there are Skylanders. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on those. Now, there have been, last I checked, like 6 Skylanders games out. 6. I have 3 Skylanders games. Now, let's go back and talk about as much as I've actually played of these games. Now, back around halfway through the life cycle of the first game, I spotted them in a Toys R Us. Rest your soul, Toys R Us. We miss you. For an extremely reduced price. Like, it was really far off from what it was originally costing. I don't remember what it was, but for the complete base game with 3 characters and the portal, which put your little man's on so they go in the game, and all that hoo-ha. I don't remember which system I bought the first game for. I don't remember what system I got the second game for, or the third game for that rate. In fact, I think I have. The only system I know I didn't intentionally buy it for was the Wii U, because my sister gave me a extra copy of that she happened to have, and now so I can play that game there too if I for some reason wanted to. Now, when it first came out, I picked it up. Halfway through its life cycle, along with a special set of Mans that I saw at Toys R Us that were exclusive, which were really just repaints of 3 other characters, including Spyro. So he came in the starter set. This is looking up right now. So, to play the game, you turn on the game, put one of the little mans on the portal, or 2 if you want to play 2-player. You can have 2 players simultaneously in this game. It actually is nice. Pick up your controllers, and you drive these third-person pew-pew machines. They shoot or slash or whatever and do damage to whatever bad guys you're trying to attack. They have different kinds of attacks. They have upgrades on those attacks that you can earn by getting experience. They can wear hats, which don't do anything. They give little bonuses, and they make your characters look kind of cool or derpy. Once I found bunny ears, absolutely every character I owned was then wearing bunny ears because bunny ears. So, to start off, we had like 6 characters, 2 which were Spyro in different colors. And we played through much of the game and found out, oh, we don't have all 8 elements because they were different. For the most part, you can make it through the game without any problem with the 3 characters that came in the package. You just can get all the secret places and open all the extra bonus bits without having at least 1 from each different element. This wasn't too hard to accomplish because at the time they were flipping everywhere. You could buy Skylanders on almost any video game or regular retail store that sold video games. And if you had a Toys R Us, they had an aisle pretty much dedicated to the silly things because they overinvested. We know this because whenever Clearance Day came, they still had walls of Skylanders. I might have bought a couple then. I really don't remember. I think I just bought a couple of amiibos that I saw there at that time. Now, the little characters themselves do actually maintain their levels in the little statues. So, say you have this little feller here. You have him. You play with him for a while. He's actually pretty cool. He's a mechanical dragon. And you're like, man, I'm gonna go visit Mendy. I want to take my Sky Guy with me and go play at Mendy's house. Your little metal dragon that you leveled up is ready to play with at his house. It was her house that time. I apologize for wrong pronouncing. You take it to his house, put on his portal, boom, you have your level 10 Mecha Dragon instead of having to be a level 1 one with all his bonus power-ups you've earned. So that's kind of a nice upgrade, nice thing to have. And the models are actually pretty cool looking, to say the least. I do enjoy the aesthetics. They weren't made too cheaply. They're not like level 10 Black Series figures or anything, but they're not anywhere near put a quarter in and wait for a little ball to drop out with a piece of plastic in it figures, or came out of a Happy Meal figures. They're decent. They're decent little figurines. But to unlock all the secret areas, you needed some of every one of the 8 elements, which were fire, water, grassy stuff, rocks, mechanical stuff, magical stuff, dead stuffs, and air stuffs. I think so. I think that's all 8. It's been a while. And other than knowing that you see the symbol, look at the symbol under their feet. Specifically, being a little mechanical dragon who's right on top. Yeah, his feet is all those metal stuff. That says he's metal. Alright. Okay, she was right on top here. A little pearlescent dragon there. See, under her feet is a bunch of clouds and things. She's air stuffs. And it's really obvious on the screen when you get to a barrier that's for one of those elements. And all you have to do is, assuming you have one of those critters, take your critter off the pad, put a critter on the pad that has the correct element that's needed, and boom, you are that character, door just opens. That's it. That's all you have to do. You can walk through the door, switch back to the other character, you are good to go. They just need to be there to open the door. And the other benefit to owning a whole bunch of these guys was, effectively, each little man you owned was a continuous extra life on that level. assuming you died very often. If you're dying very often in this game, you're probably not good at games, because it was not hard at all to make it through a level, even with unleveled guys, and not really die normally. Um, there's hell bumps everywhere. The bad guys are really predictable and easy to deal with. But in a level, any given level, which are not very long periods in this game, if one guy dies, knock their little dude off the pad, put another dude you haven't played with yet on the pad, and you are ready to go. As soon as you've exited this level, go to the next level, any previously deaded guys are now able to be reused again. So that one you lost, he's ready to go again. The only times I think I really was dying was during boss levels. And that's only because, well, if I wasn't paying enough attention. But the more mans you own, effectively, the more continuous lives you have. And you can keep playing levels over and over again to level your guys up. So say you want to have a level 10 at everything, just play like level 1 over and over again. You will level your guys up pretty fast. So, didn't take me long to collect at least one of every element so that I could make it through all the parts of the game, which was good. Got all the hats and all the additives, and beat the game itself, which was not terribly difficult. It was fun. It was a good ride for a simple non-platformer. It's very basic as far as the platforming. It's more basic puzzle solving and shooting things. But it's complicated enough for adults to still have fun, but easy enough for a small child to have gotten into and been able to play with. This game is basically put the toy on the board and you get to play with the toy on the screen. It's a great concept. It's a good selling concept. And I'm not kidding on it's a selling concept if you just saw that bag. Because no, I was not smart enough to stop when I had one of all different flavors. Because I knew there were more than that. So, when I had no idea there's going to be anything more than a series one of these fellows, I quickly started collecting them. Because they were sold pretty much everywhere, Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, GameStop, anywhere that sold video games. It was pretty easy to be, I'm out grocery shopping, I'm getting the stuff at Walmart, I got a cart full of food, and there's a 3-pack of Skylanders I don't have. There's another one I don't have, and we have that too. And I'd come home and I'd have spent another $20 on little mans. Now they're still pretty cool looking, so I don't completely regret it, but it's really good marketing strategy. So I quickly accumulated most of them. I say most of them, I mean all but one of them. Because by the time I got into them, apparently one of the mans was out of the original runs, and they didn't make a lot of them, and they weren't still on the shelves so much. But my lovely friend Mendy, he found one for me at a used game store and picked them up for me. So that finished off my original collection. I was excited. I had them all. I took what little time it took to level every single one of those guys up to max, including my duplicates that have to be of a different color. I don't think I got one of the guys not duplicated out of the original messed up color palette, so I don't really care. At this point, I really don't care. Because they weren't guys I cared as much about anyway, so I wasn't missing anything. And, well, I grinded a little bit because that's one of the things I'm good at. I grind. I'm a level grinder. Got all the guys to max. Made sure I unlocked absolutely everything in the game. Got all of the levels completely 100% unlocked, etc., etc. Everything it could do in a game, I did all the things in it. And, well, I was done with the game, and I realized, well, is this it? Are we done? Nope. Oh, they released a new game. Cool. It's got new big guys, giants. Ooh. So I got the new game. Which came with one giant and a couple more guys. And they had made one giant for every element, which I ended up finding and getting. And they had a handful of new guys. I don't remember how many. I think one per element. Yeah, I got all those. And there were a bunch of reruns from previous run. I did not get all those. I got a couple of those because of multi-packs, and I think I did get the Cinder on purpose because Cinder's hot. So I had to have another model of Cinder. That, and I found out pretty quickly that the original game's characters were level capped at like 10, whereas the new version were capped at 15. The old guys were backward or forwards compatible with the new game, but the new guys are not backwards compatible. You could play on the old game. So you could use all your 32 original guys, which were capped at 10, which were probably already there because you've owned this game for a while, and your new guys that you can get up to 15, along with all the giants, which you were needed to open certain special areas. Fortunately, those weren't element-based, they were just size-based. So any of the 8 giants could open a big thing, but they also did anything related to any specific element, such as the tree guy was grass, so he could open up any of the leafy doors. I don't think I ever finished that game, because the moment I started playing, I was like, this is the same stuff. And I was already bored by this time because I took the time to level up all my mans first run. But I did want to collect the big guys because they looked cool, and I had that bug where I had to complete that thing and own all the things. So I found them all and I got them all, and they're in that bag. Right here, this giant sack of things and men, and what's in there? Oh, look at that. Right on top. I don't have my finger in front of her. I still have my finger in front of her. There she is. That's a good little Cinder. Looking all badass and dragony. So I never finished the second game, but I had it. I played a few levels. I'm like, no, I don't have time for this. I don't care right now. And I wasn't gonna buy any more games. But later on, I found the third game, Swap Force, on sale. And when it was down to a low enough price, I was like, whatever, I'll just pick it up and give it a shot for almost nothing. And that's about all it got out of me, was a shot for almost nothing. The big fun of it was like one out of each element was a swappable guy, where you could take their top half off and put it on the bottom half of another guy. So you could have, say, a half water element guy with a half fire element guy. And you get some of their top power and some of their bottom powers. Yeah, it was just playing double gimmick on you, and it was fun enough when you had all these different elemental characters. You're like, oh, and a little water dragon, I love him, bro. He makes cute noises, which they changed out in the second game. They started talking. I liked better in the first game where they had kind of a video game gibberish language, because it made you feel like you couldn't understand what they said mostly, and it's like, oh, he's angry and he speaks so cute. But now they added voices, so they actually talked in the second one. And now you had these. And the first run was really creative. The new guy in the second run was still pretty creative. After that, it really felt, guys run out of ideas? As it feels like it. Yeah, you did. You're Pokemoning at us, aren't you? You just need to add another 100 guys to the Pokédex, don't you? That's how it went. No, in this case, they didn't add so many. They only had like 8 swappy guys and probably another 8 individual mans. I did not collect all the mans. I don't even remember how to collect all the swappy guys because I was like, that's okay. Or I'm not gonna actually play this one. I played like a level of it. I was like, yeah, add some new elements, but I'm bored already. The first game had a lot more charm and a lot more fun to it. After that, it wasn't as intriguing. So I did not get any of the following ones. There was one with cars in it. There was almost traps in it. I don't remember what else was past that because I was bored after that. And I figured out how much money I had been spending on these little silly figures and went, yeah, I don't need any more. The bag doesn't hold more. It is full. I do like some of them. They are neat. Yeah, they're definitely neat. I don't fully regret buying them. Very cool. That one you got already. I was gonna grab with my big fluffy pod. This is really hard actually there. That's the top half of the Swap Force guys. The Swap Force guys were held together by a couple of small magnets. Meant, yeah, right there. There's the butt of the Swap Force guy. That's not exciting. You got something good? Beautiful guy? Oh. Guess they were all on the top. Oh, there we go. One of the giant ones. He's a rock guy? Yeah, he's a rock guy. Big rock guy. He's a big hammer. So, yeah. If you see them at a used store and they're super crazy cheap, yeah, you guys have them. Go at it. If you just like little characters, you want to collect a few and have them on your desk, yeah, that's cool. I mean, there are quite a few little characters that I liked out of this series that I probably wouldn't mind displaying somewhere, but running out of desk space. I have a lot of weird crap, and that's just all that is a bunch of little weird mans. And I knocked Mewtwo over earlier today when I was getting ready for this video, and I have not been able to fix him since I started. But him and another Mewtwo are the only thing I have space for in this tiny, tiny desk, which needs to be upgraded. But if you find these guys, if they're cool and you want them on your desk, awesome. Make sure if you want to play the games with them, you don't get ones from a series that is newer than the game, than the guy you get. Also, if you're getting a newer game, make sure you get some guys from that series. Otherwise, you might not get all the fun that you would if you didn't have them. AKA, you don't want your guy to be capped to level 10 if they up the cap to like 40 or something by the time they got to the last one. Because you're just going to be a pushover, even if you have 32 of them. But that's my final real thoughts on this game. It's not bad if you have all the mans that you need. You only really need one of each flavor for the first game, and at least one giant if you're playing the second game, plus one of everything flavored. They never had more flavors. They just have 8 flavors and big, and then swappy guys. I don't remember if they actually made any puzzles that required those. So yeah, yep. But it was for a lot of systems, so if you had a system, you probably had a way you could play it. um, but I'm gonna leave Skylanders at that, and I hope you all enjoyed this thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Patreon links in the doobly-doo, and yeah, I hope you all stay pretty pink, fluffy, and sissy-ish tonight, because, well, that's how I'm feeling right now, and I hope you are too. I hope we all be good little kids, cubs, and whatever little sissy fluffs you happen to be at the moment. And I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Like tomorrow. Well, at least you'll see me. I don't know if I get to see you. I look at a little camera, not actually at you, but at least my eyes are looking at you. I think. Hope they are. Goodbye, kids.